getting a lot of hydrogen rapidly, and if we combine it with the other motor to generate oxygen, we can have hydrogen-oxygen fuel cell. So the anode, we have the hydrogen generation, the cathode, we have the oxygen generation, all built in the motor to power this vehicle, as you'll see in the next video. So you can see now it's moving around. We have the oxygen generation, hydrogen generation built in to power this. Again, we have accelerated hydrogen generation on the anode compartment and the oxygen by this movement in the cathode compartment. So a lot of capability. We use it also for nanoscale fabrication. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah. So we use them for nanoscale fabrication, where we use the motor moving on a photoresist. So we have a photoresist and the motor, and this is the nanowire creating UC sign. Basically, you shine the light and the movement, again, block part of the photoresist. Or here we have Janus particle micromotor is acting like a lens, focusing lens. So we create different feature, surface structure by using this nanomotor lithography. We can also functionalize the motor and do localized reaction, localized biocatalytic reaction. Instead of what people use in AFM, Dept technology, now we have a tipless approach without a tip, just moving the enzyme around, have localized reaction. You can do deposition of gold or deposition of a polymer, as you'll see. But the basic principle, motor with one reagent, solution at the other reagent that cause a precipitate C, for example. Here is a motor that have this helical propulsion that generate very unique gold structure, because you have a plume of hydrogen peroxide that deposit the gold in this pattern. So again, this is helical structure that you rotate the glucose oxidase to generate a plume of hydrogen peroxide that will reduce the gold ion to give you this unique pattern. You see, this is 0.5 micrometer of gold. We also demonstrated recently that this motor can repair crack in electrochemical device. So if you have a crack and you lose your electricity, this motor have a hydrophobic character, platinum gold with, again, C16 surface. They will seek for the crack, and because of hydrophobic interaction, they will sit in the crack, restore the electrical conductivity very rapidly. You can see due to this hydrophobic interaction. So if you look at this video, it's working? Yeah. So they accumulate very rapidly inside the crack, and once they have enough, in 1 minute you restore the conductivity. So a lot of application, repairing, writing, cleanup. We have some more examples for drug delivery. We'll do fast. Yeah, we have 3 minutes. So we do, for in vivo, we use ultrasound like Fernando, or magnetic, fuel-free application. This is our microbullet that can penetrate tissue. This is another gold nanowire for ultrasound. We can create a nanoporous layer for high loading of the drug, this nanoporous gold, by depositing an alloy and de-alloy the silver, you get nanoporous gold. Put the anti-cancer drug, deliver the drug to a cancer cell. We have this microbullet that contains perfluorocarbon, which can be evaporated and act like a bullet, can penetrate into tissue, cleave the tissue, and deep into the tissue. If you see the video, this is the tissue. We apply the pulse. It will penetrate soon into the tissue. Go. Yeah, please. Yeah, so it's very important for therapeutic missile acting like a magic bullet that leave a drug deep into the tissue. And Fernando is continuing with his nanobullet these days. We also use ultrasound based on red blood cell. We converted the natural blood cell into functional motor by encapsulating iron oxide particle. So we are applying ultrasound and magnetic guided. We can power this biomimetic motor. We can load them with drug, with imaging, quantum dots, and what we call theranostic application. So lot of application. I wish I had more time, so we will conclude. We show you that we have new capability, lot of power, cargo toy, motion control, functionalization, to do very complex tasks, not only biomedically, environmental, defense application. They can use for sensing application, cleanup, writing, fabrication, all of these future application depending on your imagination. So these are the people. Where is Fernando here? Victor is here, so we have some people from Mexico, from UNAM, and from here, but we have a group of 25 people. This is our nice library, this funding, our collaborator, and thank you all for your attention. Thank you very much.
Le agradecemos al profesor Wang y pues inicia la sesión de preguntas. Ahora sí, el profesor.
Thank you for a fantastic talk. My question is, how far can your nanorockets fly? Or are they catalytic, let's say? Can they, in what time or period of time are they exhausted?
As long as you have the fuel, they will keep swimming. So if you have swimming seawater, but in this case the motor is degraded, magnesium is dissolved after 5 minutes. So, but this is enough to do a lot of remediation action. So the zinc in the stomach, 2 minutes it dissolved, but this is enough to induce mixing in the stomach, retention on the wall. So but the platinum one, as long as you have peroxide, they keep swimming. It's not degraded yet.
So it depends on different types. And in the case of your fish, let's say fish, there are bigger ones.
Oh yeah.
I didn't get it, how they work.
Yes, so again, it's the same propulsion. We put platinum black catalytic in the tail, we have magnetic in the head, and again, the presence of peroxide, they swim because the bubble in the back of the tail will push it by bubble propulsion. So.
Okay, thank you.
Profesor Díaz.
Yeah, please.
Hi. Well, first I want to congratulate you for the beautiful work you've done. It's fantastic that you're accomplished in this area. I have a practical question. A lot of your videos showed us single particles swimming around doing nothing. Do you have an indication of what your yield is like if you started canvassing the whole solution? How many particles might be there that are not functioning, not responding?
Well, from one single membrane template, we generate million. If you look at the number of micropores you have in a typical aluminum membrane, million of them. And most of them are very active, yeah. And they're quite reproducible distribution, I show. So a plus and minus 10% in terms of speed variation. But it's very highly efficient process, and again, we focus on one in order to show better, but you can see video with many, many motor. I show swarming of motor, grouping of motor, yeah.
Thank you for your talk, Dr. Wang. I'm more than impressed for these magnificent advances in nanoelectrochemistry. I say nanoelectrochemistry because I'm thinking in phantom reactions. Phantom reactions, you know that it's specific for material, organic material degradation. So when you talk about this possibility to use nanomachines in the cleaning of water, are you thinking about these phantom processes?
No, people already, the competition already did it. So there is a paper in ACS Nano 2000. They use iron, outer layer of iron to use this. So again, we do, as I mentioned, for environmental cleanup, either you use reactive surface like iron, or you can disperse the remediation agent, or just this induced mixing. Yeah, but people are doing all time. We do biocatalytic, we put enzyme, tyrosinase to eliminate phenolic compounds. So the beauty, you are moving the remediation agent around. You accelerate this process. You don't need to have external agitation. And this bubble is amazing how fast is this mixing the fluid transport due to bubble generation. So there are a lot of possibility, moving the reagent agent, releasing, dispersing it on the fly, and just a variety. We are moving clay, we're moving zeolite. We have paper already in advanced material. We take a zeolite and we move it around, or we clay that is charcoal basically, clean everything in the sample, organic and inorganic. So we have several papers of universal cleaner, where you take a charcoal or zeolite and you move, or for nerve agent we did different type of phthalocyanine, for blister agent and so on. Yeah.
So I think that even a cocktail of nanomotors may work for specific applications. So that's amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, for specific we take a receptor if we want anthrax or bacteria, but if you want universal, you take something like clay. It improves many organic and many inorganic toxic metals and so on.
Thank you.
Sure, thank you.
Siguiente pregunta.
Can you comment about the distance of your magnetic control? Because it seems to me that most of the video that you show us, the magnetic control is kind of close to the objective. But is this possible for sensing applications, remote applications?
Yeah, most of this is for